Good evening and welcome to Daily Politics and Trust TV, your go-to destination for everything politics, policy and governance. I am Shafi'u Suleiman. Tonight, we take a look at the rejigging of President Bola Tinubu's information management team with a focus on enhanced citizens' engagement and effective projection of the government's policies and programs. While the administration's top and harsh policy options such as removal of subsidies and floating of the naira, continue to exacerbate cost of living crisis and deepen poverty amongst the vulnerable citizens. There are also growing concerns over the inability of the information management team of the Tinubu government to interface effectively with Nigerians with a view to have their buy-in or sympathy for the government, which has promised inclusive development and prosperity for the nation. Now, these growing concerns may have necessitated a meeting between the Minister of Information and National Orientation with the Information Management team to strategize for an enhanced citizens' engagement. Now, to set the stage for the conversation, let's hear the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, on why the meeting.
The federal government communication team is coming together once again to look at very critical areas of national development and see how we can continue to keep Nigerians informed about government programs and policies. As always, it is our desire to keep Nigerians very well informed, consistent with the vision and determination of President Bola Tinubu to allow Nigerians to know what is happening in government at all times. So this is the communication team of government that has come together. As you can see, I have all the special advisors, senior special assistants and other assistants here. We have deliberated on critical national issues, and we are streamlining our strategy to inform Nigerians more about what we do. Of course, this is not the first time that this is happening. You know that we hold the periodic ministerial press briefings that we intend to continue with. We also want to continue with the town hall meetings that we have started. Very soon, the National Communications team will go to the southeastern part of the country to engage with Nigerians in town hall meetings so that we take to them, to their doorstep, the message of Mr. President and his government, and we'll also hear from them firsthand what their reaction and their observations are about policies and programs of government so that we bring it back to government.
Now, that is a new thinking, perhaps in the President Bola Tinubu administration. Though most of the issues raised there are familiar terrains, the government has been engaging Nigerians, media in particular, on a number of, media briefings and so on. But the new thing there is that they're looking at perhaps, reaching out to citizens across the zones, the socio-political zones, with a view to have, their feedback on government policies and program. But some will say, well, it is not too late to have to tinker with the current arrangement by properly engaging Nigerians. But then halfway into the administration, many would have expected this, strategy before now, especially at the point the government decided to engage in those reforms, especially those that brought hardship to Nigerians, the subsidy removal, and of course the harmonization of the exchange rate, and several other policies that have continued to put Nigerians on the edge. But beyond just talking to Nigerians or sharing information with Nigerians, the minister, has also spoke on some notable issues that have created, or rather generated backlash for the government in recent times. For instance, he talked about the power outage that affected the entire northern part of the country for almost 10 or more than 10 days. A number of states in the north were in darkness. So that has generated a lot of backlash, from the citizens. A lot of people read meaning to it. Some say there could be, some political motivations and so on. Let's hear the minister speak on that, because it appears also is one of the issues that the government is really concerned about.
I will continue to do this in the interest of Nigerians, and we want to assure Nigerians once again that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's reforms, as difficult as they may appear, are aimed at ensuring that Nigerians reach its destination of prosperity that the President talks about all the time. All over the world, reforms are difficult, sometimes very difficult. Nigeria is not an exception, but I can assure you that the President is right on course. His team is very focused, is very determined to ensure that all the promises made by Mr. President to Nigerians will be kept. We are on the road to that, and we are also seeing that reforms are going in the direction that we want them to go. We appeal to Nigerians once again to be patient, to give the President more time to identify with some of these policies, and in no time from now, the gains will be very obvious for everyone to see. We have to know that this task that Mr. President has taken is not something that is very easy. Some of these reform processes ought to have started maybe 2-3 decades ago. But the President has taken them, and like I said, will deliver.
Okay, the government, they are appealing to Nigerians, but Nigerians who are bearing the brunt of this policy options will also have their say. Today's platform would give you the opportunity to call and share your thoughts concerning these policy options that have been taken by the Tinubu government and how they, and how they are impacting on the citizens, on your businesses, and the general livelihood. So you can call in and share your thoughts. Government says reforms are inevitable, are necessary, and of course they said, you should give them some time. There will be light at the end of the tunnel. So let's hear from you across Nigeria on how you think about or how you feel about this continuous, if you like, pacification, or rather appeal by the government on Nigerians to bear the hardship. Is it bearable? Do you think otherwise concerning how these things are being done? Okay, I think we have a caller on the line. Hello, good evening. Hello. Okay, we lost that. Keep trying, and yes, the call will get through eventually. So call and tell us what you feel about this current administration and its policies, and why you think that there is need perhaps for it to either make adjustments or continue with the reforms if they are actually in the interest of the people. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Fine evening.
Yes, good evening. Who do we have on the line?
Good evening. You have Ode Dominic Epa calling. Who do we have on the line? Ode Dominic is the name.
Oh, Ode. Okay, where are you calling from, Ode?
Calling from Yala local government area of Cross River State.
Okay, go ahead, Dominic. Ode, sorry.
Yes, I am listening to the discussion on, but the predicament is tough.
You need to turn down the volume of your TV set. Ode?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, please
Yes.
Okay, so that we can communicate effectively. Go ahead.
Yes. Yes. The economic hardship. The economic hardship is hard.
Yes.
It's really tough. What can the enhancement team do for us? When the president himself, who is the owner of the country, cannot do?
Well, okay.
Yes.
All right, Ode, what they are saying is that they are not actually saying that, or rather, the president is not going to speak. You know, these are information and communication management team of the president, and their responsibility perhaps is to reach out to Nigerians and tell them what the government is doing, and also get the feedback of the people. Rather from the people. So what literally they are saying is that Nigerians should, you know, also make inputs as to what is happening in the country. I think we have another caller on the line. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, God bless you.
Yes, amen. Where are you calling from and what's your name?
I'm calling from Suleja. My name is Mr. Daniel.
Mr. Daniel, okay. Please go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Okay, I want to just put it like this. A man has a house that is dilapidated, and this house has been leaking for a long time, and there is part of the house you can put that the children in the house can put their head to escape rainfall. And the father came up all of a sudden and removed the whole roof without making a provision for where to relocate the children. That is exactly what we're passing through in Nigeria. So before we begin to say you want to make the economy, you want to take these decisions, we don't talk about the issue of converting. Of recent, the president came up and told us that we choose to convert our cars to gas. And I took my car to a place they convert. They told me it's about 6-cylinder car is for 1.2 million. And the other was the smaller car. So let me try that one. Is 700 to 800,000. I can't afford that. So if they had options that they had made provisions for subsidized conversion, or government made these centers available within a period of time before they come up with this, it would have helped us. But everybody is grumbling with pains and hardship. You can't feed your children. You can't go pay school fees. The tuition fee for universities we are all of a sudden raised high. So everything is very difficult, even for the middle class. So if the middle class is suffering, what about the poor in the forest and the bookies?
Right. Okay. I think I get your point. Yes. Even though I'm not speaking for the government, you also acknowledge the fact that they are, implementing certain reforms that could change, the way things are being done. For instance, in the energy sector, they are coming up with the CNG, which you are talking about, but the cost is unbearable, isn't it? And you feel that there is need for the government to intervene by, subsidizing the cost, isn't it?
Yes. Let me just give me a little while. Let me say something.
Okay, please.
Before this period of the high price of fuel, in Benin, people have been running on CNG, and the cost was not so high. All of a sudden, immediately the government come up with this
announcement,
removal of fuel subsidy. The price of converting a car went high. There's no regulation. There's no thing that is done by government to checkmate who has hoarded these facilities to convert cars. Government should come out since the power is in their hand, to check out the importation of these facilities to convert these cars, to make things easy for the masses. Things are going so tough that some who were not thieves are becoming thieves. Some who were not criminal are becoming criminal inclined. Things are not getting easy at all.
Yeah, so that's
what we're trying to let them know.
Right. So what do you think this renewed vigor by the information and communication team could do in terms of reaching out to Nigerians? Do you think there is an amount of persuasion that they can do to have the buy-in of Nigerians?
Yes, they are saying they want to get information from people in Southeast and around to pass back to the government. Government has already heard the cry of the people. The demonstration that we had was a means of communication. They know that things are hard. So they should stop talking about getting information. Information is already in their doorstep, their doorsteps. They should try to ameliorate things, let things at least bring some measures that will reduce hardship for the temporary till things stabilize.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for your inputs. We really appreciate your calls.
Thank you. God bless.
Yes. Okay, Nigerians, it's about time to also make your inputs. Have your say, because the government has been saying that these reforms are in your own interests, and of course they are inevitable. They are necessary for the growth and development of the country, as they say. So let's hear from you if this initiative, or rather renewed vigor to engage you, could make any meaning. Okay, keep calling. The line is open, and okay, I think we have another caller. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Okay, I think we lost that. So, but the line is still open. So the idea is for us to hear from you, Nigerians. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling for Suleiman. My name is Mr. Godwin.
Godwin. Okay, Godwin, you need to either switch off the TV or you bring down the volume.
Okay. Let me bring down the volume.
Okay, please do that.
Yeah, I don't bring down the volume. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Sir, there's a problem I'm just seeing over this country.
Okay.
The problem I'm just seeing is this. It's just like we are all tenants in this country.
Tenants?
Like a landlord come out for the house and say everybody should quit. It's like this big country has been sold for long, because I don't understand. All those meeting, everybody should not blame the president of this country because the load is too much. All of us is looking for money. Everybody has evil mind. Nobody wants to anybody. So that's why things are going like this.
Yeah, but
my advice to this country is that if they can help to make sure they break that issue of a thing.
Sorry?
How can you be searching for what you have?
So let me get that again.
They should break that back in this issue. If we cause that today, you will see everything will cause that in this country. Everybody will be okay. All the economy will be okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
They have to do something about where this something of a thing. We have the fuel, we have the oil, we have the crude oil, but other countries are enjoying it. Is that a better country?
Okay. I think I understand your point very well.
That is just all about this Nigeria country.
Yeah.
People are dying every day.
Yeah. So if it is about the only thing, the government can do, perhaps what you are saying is that they should reverse this subsidy removal, at least for Nigerians to enjoy the natural endowment, isn't it?
Yes. This is they are talking about that you convert gas to gas. That one is not working, because how much is the gas now?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your input.
They should just post about this about petrol. Where they can bring the subsidy out of those things, when we call that, the market will enjoy the country. People are dying for all through. One day everybody will come out and sit and begin to kill each other.
All right. Thank you very much.
Please, let's be hands together. I pray for this country so I will touch the government mind, so they will bring back the fuel down.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The fact that fuel, if you like, or energy is very central to the economic development of the country. Nigerians are saying that there is need for government to perhaps revisit this policy. It is implementing in the interest of Nigerians. If there is anything that the government can do to bring down the cost of fuel, maybe a number of other things would also come down in terms of prices. The cost of goods and services is as a result of the rise in fuel prices. transportation is as a result of that. Small businesses are suffering. If I understand the last caller, that's what he's trying to put across. So the government is also listening and perhaps maybe taking some steps to address some of these gaps. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Yes, good evening.
Can you hear me?
Yes, who do we have on the line?
Yes, good evening.
You- Please.
Yes, it's Sunday.
Please.
Hello.
Okay, please, if you're calling, remember to either turn down the volume of the TV or switch it off completely. You cannot do two things at the same time. You can only talk to us, allow others to do the hearing while you make the call. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, who is on the line?
Mohammed Alasan Lokoja.
Mohammed Alasan from Lokoja in Kogi State. Go ahead, please.
No, in Kwara State, Patigi local government.
Patigi, okay, go ahead.
Okay. I want the presidency to look into the policy the Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians are totally suffering. Yeah. It's not that till they go down that they should go, the media people, they should go to grassroots people for them to know exactly what the Nigeria is feeling. In the presidency himself knows that policies can bring hardship to the country. So the government should look into it and check and review.
The government has actually acknowledged that. It says that the policies are painful. There is difficulty in. Nigerians are facing difficulties, but they are appealing that you should bear with them and give them little time. Perhaps these policies will begin to yield results. Do you agree with that submission?
I don't think I can agree with that, and all Nigerians, I don't think they will agree with that, because people that has already passed away on hunger issue. Some people have gone to criminal, some people are engaged on something that they're not supposed to do. What the side I'm afraid for this country is that it shouldn't be that the country get good back, and at the end of the day, these people have already engaged in bad attitude that we can push our country name down.
Okay, I think
that is my view. Government should check towards it. They should check the masses. They shouldn't push the masses to be engaged, and they should spoil the name of our country.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think you made a point there that government should look at the long-term effects of the current hardship Nigerians are facing. A number of people have taken to crime, and perhaps getting them to come back may be difficult. Reforming them may be difficult, and so on and so forth. So the policies implementation has a lot of impact on Nigerians, the short-term and the long-term impact, just like the last caller has said. Okay, we appreciate. Keep calling, and let's get to hear from you. Yes, good evening.
Good evening to Trust TV. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
You are doing a very good program.
Thank you very much.
All right, Mohammed from Hadija.
Okay, Mohammed, go ahead, please.
Yes, you know this country called Nigeria. We don't have leaders. We have rulers, destroyers, looters.
Well, do we make a general statement? Because we've also had leaders who are very good, who have helped this country to grow, especially after independence.
I understand, Shafi'u. Take an example here. Somebody like Dangote bring his money, $20 billion to invest in refinery. Why we have 4 refineries that these so-called leaders can't repair for the past 20 years. Imagine, Shafi'u. The other one, if you look, Shafi'u, this cartel want we, NNPC, to give them crude oil to go and refine outside and give us a very bad product. Shafi'u, we have problem in this country.
So you think these reforms that are being embarked upon by the Tinubu administration may not address these issues because the subsidy removal was said to have been done initially, or rather.
How can we do that? Tinubu have to start. If Tinubu can destroy corruption in this country, within 3 months, everything will change.
So you think there is no need for subsidy removal if you can tackle the problem of corruption, isn't it?
Corruption.
Right. Okay. You're making a point, yeah.
Yes, corruption. This is the corruption we are facing in this country. Look at a governor. A governor will loot 90 billion and go and sit down somewhere. Nobody will arrest him. Nobody will talk. Look at our local government here. Imagine my own local government. You will never see anybody till ending of the month.
Wow.
Nothing is working. That's why we are having insecurity.
I'm sure Malam Namadi, the governor of Jigawa State, is hearing. Where is the local government? You said
let him hear. Oh, it's everywhere. All the governors. You go to Malam Maduri local government. You go to Hadeja local government. You go to all the local governments are like that.
You mean they only converge at the end of? You mean they only converge at the end of the month to do what?
Excuse me, wanting to just collect money, share it and move.
That's serious.
We even thank God this governor is watching them one by one now.
Okay. All right.
So that's it, Shafi'u. The problem is corruption.
Yeah.
Look at NMPC. They prefer they give somebody oil. That's and go and refine outside. That's swap deal. They call it swap deal. Yes, they prefer them, and the marketers, everybody prefer that one than this Dangote that built $20 billion.
So they want business as usual, isn't it? You mean they want business as usual? They wouldn't want anything to change?
Yeah, they don't want.
Okay. I'm sure the government is listening. That is the essence of engaging Nigerians. The idea is to get feedback.
While Dangote is here, give him the crude. Dangote will serve Nigeria, West African country, and other countries.
Yes, he did mention that he can make fuel available for Nigerians. He has it in stock and all of that. Okay, thank you very much.
I'm from hospital just 4 hours ago. Come and see people die. They don't have even drug.
Quite unfortunate.
All right.
Thank you very much for your inputs. Okay, the caller is making some logical points there. The bottom line, I mean, the reason behind subsidy removal was as a result of the cartel, holding Nigeria to ransom in terms of subsidy payments and what have you. And the point he's making is that address the root cause, that is tackle corruption. If you do that, perhaps there is no need to remove the subsidy. Nigerians are enjoying, and perhaps all of these challenges we are facing as a nation may not have arisen. Okay, Nigerians are talking, and we also believe the government is listening. The idea is to have a two-way traffic in terms of communication. You've heard what they said earlier, and the calls on you, rather to also bear with them. Hello, good evening. You need to turn down the TV volume of the TV set. Are you doing that? Good evening. Hello. Okay, we lost that. Keep trying. It's about time, for you to share your thoughts with Nigerians. I mean, the Nigerian government and its team, who are out there wanting to hear from you. So, just like the other caller has said, Nigerians have spoken, and virtually everything is in public domain. Hello, good evening.
Evening.
Sorry, good evening.
Evening.
Yes, what's your name? You have to switch off that TV set.
All right.
You switch it off or bring the volume down, extremely low.
Can you hear me?
Why don't you switch it off completely?
Can you hear me?
There's still an echo there. Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
I think it's relatively okay now. Go ahead.
All right. My name is Arthur. I'm calling from River State.
The name again?
I'm calling from River State.
Your name? Ape, okay, go ahead, please.
APE.
Oh, okay, Ape, okay, go ahead, please.
My contribution about this problem now in this country, it's about this fuel price. This fuel price, not be everybody, the civil servant in this country, but everybody, the sufferer. When they pay civil servants, some people where they know they work, the sufferer.
Okay.
The money where they take pay civil servant and money, the minimum wage, and money where they collect from everybody in the country because of the fuel, transportation, all these. It don't look as if some people don't know something.
Okay. Yeah.
Because when they use right hand give us, they use left hand collect them. Like say all of us now will be civil servants. Why they not bring down the fuel price? Everything will normalize. One hand.
One hand. Okay, thank you very much. I think this has been re-echoed severally. Thank you very much.
They should bring down the fuel price so that
okay.
all of us will benefit.
All right, thank you very much. I think you made the point.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Okay, they need to bring down the cost of petrol so that everyone will benefit as a Nigerian. And then he was also talking about the fact that money, the increase in salaries and rather the minimum wage was done with the money, gotten from also Nigerians through the increase of pump price of petrol and so on. Nigerians are very good in terms of analyzing issues and then drawing some logical conclusions. It is our time. It is their time to have their say. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, who is on the line?
Honorable Shadi from Ghana on the line.
Tijani, I'm not. Anyway, I'm not a politician. You call me honorable. I'm ordinary Shafi'u Suleiman. Okay, let's hear you. You need to switch off the TV so that we can talk. Okay.
Hello?
Yes, you switch off the TV so that we can talk.
It's off already.
Okay, go ahead. Make your point. You said your name is again?
My name is Honorable Shadi from Ghana.
Okay. I thought you. Okay, go ahead, please.
The problem we have in this country is not about minimum wage.
Yeah.
They should bring down the price, petroleum price. They should bring it down. We are the owner of crude oil in Nigeria. We are oil producing country. The way Nigeria are suffering is not the best. People are dying.
But government said that they are bringing in new initiatives like the CNG, that is compressed natural gas.
That is not the issue. They have some cartels. Some of them are having refinery abroad, and they want to export our crude to foreign countries and bring back the clearness.
That is a very strong allegation. Do you have proof for that? Okay, Honorable Tijani, making a very strong allegation there. Well, though it has been also in the public domain that there are concerns around cartel holding the country to ransom in terms of oil production or oil importation and so on. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
All right, good evening.
Yeah.
This is Stephen calling from Port Harcourt.
Stephen from Port Harcourt.
All right, good evening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Stephen, go ahead.
I want to talk about this, what is going on in this country.
Yeah.
About this, our new government.
Yeah.
My brother is very, very bad, though. Now, we can't fly our motor again. Single person in Nigeria work with refinery. Our federal government for more than 15 years now, they don't see the refinery. So what is the problem? Information reaching us in this country that NMPs, they have refinery in outside country where they go refine and carry come back to Nigeria. That's why they don't want to a big refinery in Nigeria.
Yeah, Stephen, you are in Port Harcourt. Stephen, I think you are in Port Harcourt, isn't it?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
I'm sure you are calling from Port Harcourt, right?
I'm calling from Port Harcourt, yes.
Nigerians have been told severally that the Port Harcourt refinery will come on stream, after several, after...
My brother, I'm just telling you the truth. Nothing is going on there. Nothing is going on there. I'm just telling you the truth.
Oh. So you mean all these promises are not...
Nothing is going on for that refinery. We're just a scam for that refinery. Nothing is going on there. The next 2 years, that refinery never work. I think government not promised us almost 6 or 10,000 this year. Anything have been done? Anything have been done? One single man in Nigeria built refinery under 4 years or 5 years. What do you want Nigeria to be refinery? We are paying tax, we are doing this, we are doing this, we are doing this. They ask us to do this. They are buying a country where they produce crude oil. They buy a liter of oil, 1,300 in Port Harcourt there. Is it unfair? A country where get refinery, where get 4 or 5 refinery, no one they work, and will get crude. It's very sad, though. It's very sad.
So you think? Yeah. So Stephen, you think that this government information and communication management team will not be able to tell you anything beyond what you know?
My brother, what we see in this country is a scam. Because what I'm telling you is, they tell us that the refinery will work this year. I brought down to that refinery last month, and nothing is going on there. Nothing is going on there.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Now, can you tell me what this government is doing now? Bad road everywhere. For here now, there's no road.
But the issue of a road is a very wide one. There are thousands of roads across the country. I mean, they may not be able to be. The government cannot be able to fix them at the same time.
My brother is a mess in this country. Is a mess because what they are doing in this country, my boy, we don't tire for the government. If the young man wait there for the seat, not be able to handle the government, let them resign. Let somebody who is capable to lead the country.
But Nigerians elected him for 4 years. Perhaps we have to wait until after 4 years.
My brother, you can let somebody, but when the person is not capable, then another person will take over.
Well, we're not encouraging, statements along regime change or something. We're in democracy, and it has periodic elections after 4 years. Thank you very much. I think you've made the point.
At least allow the vice president at least 2 months or 3 months. Let me just take over at least 2 or 3 months. Let's see. The vice president now. Let them give the young man power. Look, we see what the vice president will do. At least 4 months or 5 months. Let's know how Nigeria will move forward.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We appreciate Nigerians out there making their inputs on the issue of governance, and of course with particular emphasis on the need to address some of the fundamental challenges affecting the country. The cost of living crisis exacerbated by the fuel subsidy removal and all of that. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Kelvin Osia. I'm calling from Taraba State.
Kelvin from Taraba. Go ahead, please.
My concern is not actually the removal of the subsidy.
Yeah.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. We can hear you.
My concern is not actually the removal of the fuel subsidy. It is the failure for government to have a correspondent plans that will cushion the effect of the subsidy removal. But funny enough, after the subsidy have been removed, what the federal government dwell on is to be sharing rights as a palliative. You can't remove subsidy and be sharing rights as palliative for people. That invariably entails that the government was not ready and they were not even serious.
What do you expect the government to have done after removing the subsidy?
What the government to have done, what they have promised us in the past, that when subsidy is removed, sir, that there will be development, that our refinery will be functional, that we'll be living a good like minimum wage should be paid. We knew what it took the labor, the fight it took the labor for even this 70 standard have not implemented to be paid. What the government is doing is top up, not minimum wage, sir. And that is a breach of an agreement, and that is what is bringing mistrust between the population, the people, and the government of the day, sir. Today you see people insulting the government because the government does not keep to their promises, sir.
Okay.
You go everywhere, you hear people complaining, you go everywhere, you hear people talking ill things about the government because they don't keep to their promise, sir. How would a government, a country that is selling fuel for 1,200 and something naira, will be paying something naira minimum, and they are priding themselves about it, that they are helping the masses? On what parameter? Are they supposed to be priding themselves that they are helping them? They are not helping the masses, sir. This money is for the taxpayer. It is not the president father's money, neither the government's money, sir.
Well, we have to be moderate in our...
I'm coming, sir. This is the taxpayer money. But the way they are making it as if they got the money from the farm. You understand what I'm saying, sir?
Right,
the money was not gotten from the farm. It is because I am a Nigerian, you are a Nigerian, and they are Nigerian. That is why this money is coming, sir.
Right.
So it is not left for them to use this money judiciously so that we will be happy, sir.
You call it you call it our collective patrimony, right?
They are sick because of the poverty, sir. Insecurity has ravaged the country, sir. Even recruitment in the police sector, sir, in the army, in the navy. Now, even Nigeria as a country is not even ashamed to tell the world that they could not restore power, they could not restore the power grip, sir, because there are insecurity there. What are they pledging the country to in the world, sir, globally?
I think to their credit, they were able to do some part of it.
What I'm saying, sir,
yes.
I'm saying, when it happens, what was the statement that the NSA said that there is security? And we should be very careful. They're going to provide security, sir. My concern is that what are they priding to the country that said they are going as a foreign investor to come manifest in the country, sir?
So you mean that you mean that statement alone could demarcate the country, isn't it?
Thank you very much. And if the country is working, sir, you don't need to force a man on the street to speak good about the country, sir. You don't need to force a man to pray for the country. It is a man who has ate well, sir, and is very sure of his next square meter will go praying for the country, sir.
You mean
are living in splendor. We are living in penury, and they're going to pray for your leaders. Are you praying for leaders who will be impoverishing you?
Right. Thank you very much.
I say, okay, look at what they are doing now. After the subsidy has been removed, sir, they will be sharing most of the money to the governors. And what we see is bag of dirty rice they bring from the northeast to give us, sir. And these are not eat rice. They'll be branded by states, by legislators, by lawmakers, sir. And they want us to clap for them. Let me tell you, sir, before subsidy is removed, the presidency should go back to their drawing board. We are tired of euphoria statements, sir.
All right. Thank you very much.
We are tired of the caricature, sir. We cannot continue like this as a people, sir.
I think
sir, let me tell you,
yes.
If you take statistics of young men that dies on daily basis, people that die on daily basis because of hunger, sir, you will pity for the country.
Okay.
Okay, let me tell you now, for instance, sir. If your salary is 100,000 naira, for instance, you have wife, you pay that rent, you pay electricity, sir. What is the salary we are talking about?
That is for those that are working, isn't it?
They are talking of CNG, sir. Converting your car to CNG will cost you 1.something million, sir. Okay, now if you are converting your car to CNG, 1.something million. How many CNG stations do you have that can refill your car, sir?
Maybe going forward, government said that there will be improvement in terms of the number.
Okay, now, sir. For instance, now, somebody that his whole salary for a year is 1 million naira. Should go and convert his car to CNG for 1 million naira. So what are we talking about? You're not even talking about the CNG to subsidize. There are stations everywhere. You can go and get the CNG to refill your distance. You understand we are talking. We will not be out for business, sir.
Right. Thank you.
We must be fair to ourselves, and we must have at the back of our mind that all what we are doing today will boomerang to us or our generation, sir.
Thank you very much.
So it is not because we are privileged to be in the seat of power who gather press conference every day and talk to the Nigerians as if they are animals.
All right.
Yes,
Thank you.
We are tired, and the people will continue complaining. And you don't expect prayer from us. We are all leaders in our respective rights. Our leaders should do what is right, and we'll pray for them, sir. If they do what is wrong, we'll curse them.
Right.
It is very obvious. There's no two ways about it.
Cursing them would make them even go.
In my resources. You cannot be swimming resources that belongs to me, sir. And expect me to be praying for you. Yeah, you guys don't get that done, sir.
All right, thank you.
Religious wise, it's immoral for me to have done that, sir.
Thank you very much.
What we are saying, conclusively, sir.
I think you've made the point.
To wake up to the occasion why they voted, sir. Okay, now let me tell you, sir. Finally, sir. Finally, they are talking about tax.
Yes.
In a country where there is no good roads, country where there is no constant electricity supply, in a country when even institution where there is no subsidy, what do you want to collect? We are living in a place suffering from insecurity. You want to come back?
Okay. Finally, my caller, has made substantial points, around what needs to be done to improve governance. One particular aspect of what he said that struck me was the fact that, you don't need to tell Nigerians to even pray for you or pray for the country or appreciate what you are doing. They need to see it on ground. And then he also talked about the fact that Nigerians would appreciate the government, would also pray for the country, so long as they see, the impact of governance on their lives and livelihood in other developed climes. In the United States, for instance, someone wake up and say, God bless the United States. Perhaps he knew what it takes for him to make that, to pray for the country. He must have seen certain aspects of what the government has been doing to improve his healthcare, to improve his electricity supply, to provide access to transportation and so on. And that's why he's praying for the country. Even though we're not discouraging Nigerians from praying for Nigeria in spite of the challenges, but the leaders should also understand what the masses are saying, do the needful so that Nigerians could live a better life. Okay, we have some more calls coming in, and the time is almost up. But let's hear from this one. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Good evening.
Yes?
Can you help us turn down the TV set, the volume of the TV?
Good evening, how are you?
Please switch off your TV set so that we can talk. I don't think you're ready for this conversation, okay? I keep saying that you want to call, make sure that you stay away from your TV set, and so that we can talk. The echo there is disturbing people from understanding what you are trying to say. Hello, good evening. Hello. Okay, we've lost that. And as we gradually wind down on the show tonight, there are other aspects of that communication by the minister that we're love to have, especially issues around, the addressing the consistent grid collapse and perhaps the vandalization of the power lines supplying electricity to Nigerians. Okay, this will be our last caller, perhaps. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm from Luhar in Germany.
Sorry, the name again?
By name Destiny.
Destiny, okay. You are destined to be perhaps last caller. Go ahead.
I am calling from Ukari, Taraba State.
Ukari, okay. Go ahead, please.
The truth of the matter is that all those politicians, only God, the judgment day, only God can judge them. If not, everybody going there, they are not going there for the peoples of Nigeria. They are going there for their family and with their self to make money, to become rich in this country. They don't forget that one day they will die and leave that money. The only thing that they will go with that money will do to them, not only their cost. Whether if you gather billions of naira on the last day, the day that you die, that money will buy only your cost. If not, the way that they are treating us, see, we are slaves or we are whatsoever, we don't understand. Right now, there is some time, within some months, they will reach 2 years in office. After their 2 years in office, they have nothing to do again. Just they will come back and buy medicine for people, buy rapper for people, campaign for another 2027 election. So that one it doesn't make sense at all. The whole country that we are calling and said that the giant of Africa, they are the one that to make something that I feel like the village people doing it. It's not good.
All right. Thank you.
Let them think about their people. We are represent people. Think wisely. So
all right.
I pray that
Thank you.
go to heaven. I pray that let God bring someone that will change the situation of this country from the ground root to the high level.
Thank
That
you.
is my prayer.
Thank you very
If
much.
not, problem there for this country.
No, we don't want problem
So
anyway.
I wish you long life. I wish Nigeria the best. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you very much. I think you've made the point around the need for selfless leadership, not selfish leadership. That is what Nigerians are after. They're concerned about, the leadership and what they do to either enhance the lives of Nigerians or also make it worse than it is. It's about time we wrap up on the show, but then concerns remain on the need for government to improve on its delivery, in terms of good governance and, of course, addressing the fundamentals, the need, to address the energy challenge in the country, reduce the pump price of petrol or even reverse it to where it was, so that all the value chain, economic activities can begin to rise, and also the sufferings of the people will reduce significantly. On the side of the government, it says that they need to give them some time. The policies are harsh and difficult, but they are promising, as they say. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Nigerians should bear with them and, of course, give them their feedback. So a number of feedback, I'm sure, here you've heard from Nigerians and how they feel about the government. Thank you very much for taking your time to be a part of the show. For all of you that call from across the country, we appreciate you. We also appreciate, the technical crew and, of course, the production team for coming this far. We appreciate everyone. On behalf of the team, my name is Shafi'u Suleiman, thanking you for staying with us.